are there any artists you would like to produce?
Well, during the time of Led Zeppelin, I was very keen to keep it very sort of insular at the time. So I didn't do any sort of production outside of Led Zeppelin, because I mean, to be honest with you, it was I was just fully committed to what that was. I mean, I was committed to it before there was a Led Zeppelin, to the idea of what the you know, the overall task of it was, if you like, before there was even a band. I mean, I knew what my commitment was going to be to this. If I was going to do it, then I was going to do it and just do 36-hour days, you know. So there wasn't any time to be able to even consider putting that sort of effort and work ethic into another sort of unit or whatever. I did do some recordings with Roy Harper, but that's about it really.
And you've never thought since, you never thought on hearing a Jack White record, or might having a bash at producing him, but then I guess someone like Jack knows exactly what he's doing himself, doesn't he?
I think Jack knows exactly what he's doing about that. It was remarkable, wasn't it?
William T asks, what's the thing you wish you knew when you were 16 years old?
What did I wish I knew when I was 16 years old?
What do you wish now that you had known when you were 16?
Well, I tell you what, I'll ask that question of everybody in the house. And you would have a myriad, multitude of answers, wouldn't you? I don't know. There's no one thing that I can answer that.
Here's a specific one then from Andy Adams. What's your favourite guitar amp setup?
Well, favourite guitar amp setup. Well, unfortunately, it's numerous, you see. But on the first album, there's a little amplifier that's called a super amplifier, which has got a little small speaker, and it's literally about this size. And that whole album is done with one Fender Telecaster guitar and that amp, and yet it sounds huge. I mean, it's just this little tiny amplifier. So, I mean, you can't find those amplifiers anymore, but yeah, I'm quite happy with using Marshall amplifiers too, when it gets all powerful.
Now, Lyndall Reed doesn't quite ask which one of your children you prefer. He asks, which song are you most proud of and why?
No, that's tricky. They've all got incredible. They're all individual. They're all played in such a way that they are all very different to each other. The time, well, there's more than one, you see, the fact the enduring quality of something like Whole Lot of Love is really quite extraordinary. And the fact that they're all the sort of mashups that I've seen, like on YouTube, would it be? But with like James Brown and the Whole Lot of Love, and there's all these versions of Whole Lot of Love with various visuals and mashups that people have done, and so that's pretty, it's pretty amazing that there's been this sort of, that's been a point of reference to people to want to even do all of that. I mean, there's one with James Brown, as I say, it's just astonishing. Yeah, I mean, Kashmir was something which is really extraordinary. I guess it's all the ones that everybody really knows. I mean, if things like Stan or something like that, I thought it was pretty amazing at its time too. But just plucking them out of the air like that, there's something about all of the tracks that I can really relate to. That's why it's all on the albums, if you see.
Actually, talking of versions of your songs, how did you feel about that version of Whole Lot of Love being the top of the pop scene forever? Because when I was a kid and I first heard Led Zeppelin 2, I thought, what have they done to the top of the pop scene? This is terrible. It didn't take me long to know better, but...
Well, it was interesting because we went to the States and we played in San Francisco and it was just instant from that point. And That was in the January of '69, and then we spent a lot of time going to America, because if you could see that door just sort of crack open, then you're going to kick it down and just go marching in and, you know, sort of being quite bombastic about things. So we played sort of dates here, but there weren't so many of them, but then that got taken up as because first album came out, of course it's on the second album, it becomes a theme for Top of the Pops as an instrumental. So by the time we come back and we're playing, you know, the whole lot of Love and the Say, well, there was this sort of thing, or maybe people think it's Top of the Pops that we're playing. So,
Oliver Burdett, who says that you are the reason he plays guitar, says that as a young guitarist, he sometimes lacks inspiration. What are the things that inspire you when nothing seems to be working?
Well, it's quite easy, really. It's the records that really turn me on right at the early stages of things. And they can still have a real profound effect on me listening to them. So whether that can be blues, or it could be sort of certain rockabilly things, or Les Paul or whatever.
So the amazing when it might be loud when you're in your house and you put on Rumble by Nick Ray,
yeah,
and you're dancing around and playing air guitar like a 13-year-old all over again.
Well, but that's it, because but underneath it all, I'm just a real fan of it also, of guitar music and various styles of guitar music as well. That's always been part and parcel of what I've been all about, what I've tried to reflect through things. Like the first album of Led Zeppelin, that's exactly what that is. It's supposed to be showing so many applications to various styles of guitar playing, acoustic, electric, bottleneck and everything. You know, it's all part of the whole large picture for me, really.
Eric Richardson asks, will you